We will open the floor now for comments from visitors. You have 3 minutes from the time you start, and please state your name and your address.
Good evening, council. My name's Alan Lawson, 403 Carver Drive. I'm the owner of Boss League Radio, and we started a new organization called Boss League Radio Against Violent Crimes. I've been doing a festival here in Fulton for 30 years annually. We generally do it in Carver Park, but we've done it in the city park, the Veterans Park, a couple of times, and last year we done it over as well. We're planning on doing it again this year. I usually align myself with the chief of police. I don't see him here today, but and I usually come and present it to the council so we can just be on the same page as far as moving forward with the festival.
Okay.
So, thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.
All right.
Mr. Lawson, if you could, if you'll get with our city clerk, she'll have a form for you to fill out. It's the same form you fill out every single year, and then we'll take it before the council and get everything approved for you.
All right.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Good evening.
We'll now move to the approval of the consent agenda. Consent agenda is over the city council meeting minutes of April 28th, 2026. Special events requests, Fulton Street Fair, June 12th and 13th, and special events requests, College for Kids Flash Mob, July 8th. And also a special events request for the Callaway Plant Association Employee Picnic, August 16th. Do I hit? Motion has been made and seconded. Do we have any discussion? All in favor, please signify by saying aye. All opposed, nay. Consent agenda has been approved. Okay, at this point, Madam DOA, would you please present your report?
Yes, sir. I would also like to say thank you to Councilman Hinchy for filling in this evening. Deputy Mayor West is out, and obviously Mayor Myers is out as well. So thank you for stepping in. I appreciate that. So during the month of April, we had a busy month, and I was really excited, and a lot of our team members were excited to be part of the inaugural Celia Day event, and to be able to speak in front of a group of people over at the county courthouse and recognize the hard work of the Celia Foundation members, as well as Card B, was really meaningful. So really happy and proud to be part of that. The other thing I wanted to highlight was we've made some significant strides with the Carver Park project. So if you've driven by there, which I hope you have, you'll see the inclusive playground is in, and then we also have a lot of significant improvements with the basketball courts. The fencing is now complete, and I know that the park staff is working on finishing out the last few pieces before we do a open house, essentially for you guys mid-June. So we're putting together those plans now, and we will let the council know when that official date, as well as the newspaper, when that will be. And then some things I can't necessarily talk about just yet, but we have some exciting things coming up from an economic development standpoint as well, that we made really significant strides in the month of April as well. So with that, the staff are here, and if you all have any questions, we're happy to answer those for you.
I would just like to thank all of the
I had a question pertaining to the fencing. I see that we have openings on the north and the south end. Are we going to close that up and just have a general opening?
Charlene McArthur, Parks and Rec Superintendent. What the fencing is currently is how it's going to be. We wanted it to kind of be more opening and inviting. What we're going to place on the open north and south end are player benches. They're 15-foot player benches. There's going to be 2 on both the north and 2 on both the south ends.
The only concern I have on that is when you have them open like that, I can understand it having partial closers and maybe an opening, but when it's open like that, you're going to have an opportunity. There's going to be times when the ball's going to roll somebody gonna make a bad pass and it's gonna roll from one end to the other, and then you gotta go retrieve it, and it may go into the road, and in the past, I don't think you had a problem with the fences. I don't think you had a problem with the fences, being up, so I can't understand the reason why we're not closing or a partial closing on that as well.
Bob, we can look into that, but it's just kind of feedback that we got to kind of make it more opening and inviting, whereas before the fences were rather tall and enclosed, and it kind of felt like a kind of enclosed tight space.
Yeah,
But yeah, we can look into
I would also note, I know you took that before the park board and they gave you final recommendation on that. So there was a lot of discussion with the park board members on what that fencing was going to look like.
And my concern with just being the park board, I'd like to know what members that were on the park board that will know, the ins and outs about a lot of the activities that goes in there. And if, like you said, a lot of players play and things do happen, you have to retrieve the balls. And I'm just saying, I can't understand why both ends are open and not a partial closure or something like that. But I'll check into that. Appreciate it. Thank you.
I agree with him to a certain extent. I think we need to watch this close. Keep an eye on it and watch it close to see what happens. And just kind of, there's a possibility. I do understand what he's saying, and let's just kind of watch it and see if we have anything that seems like we maybe need to add a little bit more fencing, but I'd appreciate it if we keep an eye out on it.
We definitely can, and I would like to point out Veterans Park doesn't have any fencing
Well,
around the playground.
I'm aware of that. I
Um,
watched that. I saw that. I went by and I
Yeah.
recognized that. When I saw that Carver didn't, I went by the and I saw that it was open like that. But you have balls are not going to go very far in the grass, not going up into the road and things like that. But I'll check into that and check with some people in that uses the park and to see, if this is all okay, it's good, I'm good with it. Yeah, thank you. I'll check on that for you.
Thank you.
We have a motion then to approve the DOA report.
I'll second it.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. Okay, the DOA report has been approved. Okay, Madam CFO, would you please present the April finance statement?
Andy Johnson, CFO. The city of Fulton recorded 3 months of sales tax in 2026. Collections are up 2.56% from last year. Use tax is down 8% from fiscal year 2025. April included 2 payroll cycles, and overall year-to-date financial performance remains consistent with budget expectations. We will continue to evaluate financial activity throughout the fiscal year. You guys have had a chance to look at the statement. Does anybody have any questions?
I would just like to state that it just looks very excellent, very professional. Thank you.
Candy?
Yeah.
Are you projecting more expenses through the inflation from the last couple of months, or has that had time to cycle through the payment and billing process at this point?
I think you can see a little bit of it, but I don't see anything crazy.
Okay.
Oh, I did have one question on the airport.
Oh, yes.
So it looks like we're creeping up on our capital outlay and total expenditures early this year.
Yeah.
Is that
we're-
capping or is that going to continue?
That should be, me and Darryl were talking about that a while ago, that should be their main project for the year. So we've encumbered the whole project. So that's what you're seeing here, that airport infrastructure project
Right,
that
so
we
that's
have out there.
capping then.
What's that?
It's stopping.
That's the hope, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, as long as nothing comes up.
Okay, that's the only thing I saw. Thank you. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We have a financial statement presented to us. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
Okay, in a second. I'll second it. Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve the the financial statement. Any discussion? All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. Financial statement has been approved. We have no unfinished business that I can see at this time. We have new business. I will go ahead and read the new business. Review and approve the proposed 2026 council meeting date changes. September, consider canceling the September 22 meeting due to MML elected official conference. November, consider canceling the November 24th meeting due to Thanksgiving holiday. And December, consider moving the December meeting to Tuesday, December 15th, and canceling the second December meeting.
So council, we review this every single year. It's always the same 3 meetings. Previously, we were only looking at September and December, but last year, if you remember, the city council wanted to also consider the November holiday because it falls right before Thanksgiving. So with these modifications, again, we build these into our budget time and into our calendar. I don't anticipate any issues from the staffing perspective of us being able to meet that budget deadline. So no concerns from the staff with making these annual modifications.
Could you remind me the dates of the September Lake Ozark?
Yes, I can. Not off the top of my head, but I will double check that. Kathy might know.
Okay.
We will confirm that and send it out to everybody as well.
Thank you.
And to clarify, while the MML conference is the week before, is what it's sounding like, staff would not be here to put together the packet and prepare everything, so that's the differential.
Do I hear a motion to approve these dates?
I'll make a motion.
Okay, we have a motion to approve the dates and a second. Any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. Okay, the new business dates have been approved. All right, we will move now into council concerns. Councilman Coward.
I just wanted to mention the groundbreaking for the utilities out at, on June 10th, I believe it is. You know, it's been a long time coming for this community to have the vision and the being led to have the vision of securing utilities in the future. I think many of you on the utility committee know I have a kid in Texas, and their electricity just kind of goes on and off at whim. Nobody can quite figure it out, and you know, I think that's one of our important functions to get our utilities piece. And then just on a lighter note, since I've been in town, I've become a fan of the One Read program at the library. And their book this time is, what is it? Remarkably Bright Creatures. I have no idea what it's about. What I know is that I've read those books every year, and they've been kind of interesting. But I probably wouldn't buy this book if it wasn't on the list. So it'll be an interesting experience to see what it is. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Coward. Councilwoman Hanson. Oh, wait, she's not here today. Sorry about that. And then I have next one, and that will be, we've not had a Public Safety Commission meeting yet since the last meeting. And I would, from reading the Director of Administration's reports and all the other reports, I have to say I'm really proud of our staff, our police force, our fire department, all our staff, all the people in recreation and everything. Our city, we have very many people in the right seats doing the right things, and we're just pulling together and doing a lot of stuff. And also for the groundbreaking for the Fulton.
We're gonna call, it has many names, but I like to call it the Fulton Generation Project. I know that
Yeah, Fulton
Daryl,
Generation
even though I
Project.
can't see his face right now, he's disagreeing with me calling it that. That's what we're calling it. The
Fulton
energy.
Energy Center.
The
That's
Fulton
what I wanna
Energy
say.
Center, yes.
Fulton Energy Center. I would like to have everybody that can make it come to that Fulton, that thing. This is something that is going to set us up with a foundation to have power in the future and strength in the future when a lot of people are going to fall flat on their face. I feel kind of like we're the ants, and there's a lot of other people who are the grasshoppers, and that was a book too, you know. And, so we're the ants, and we're establishing a really strong future for ourselves with this project. And I would like to thank Daryl Dunlap and all the people involved with this project. And that's all I have. Okay, Councilman Railton, would you please?
I will. I don't have a concern, but I have an extended thank you to my fellow councilmen and the administrators who reached out to me in the last 24 hours to educate me more deeply on an issue that is going to come before the city. It seems I had been laboring under a misconception, and I appreciate, as a new council member, your guidance and your support, and I enjoy working with this team, so thank you all.
Thank you, Councilwoman Railton. Councilwoman Reclus?
First, good evening, everybody. I have one thing to say. It's not anything bad, but it's kind of whatever. Anyhow, the other morning I get up and my lights are off, okay? No electricity. I thought, uh-oh, I got a squirrel or something that got into a wire or something. So I waited and waited and waited, and I didn't go out and check anything. I just was in the house. So finally I did call and realized that what was going on was there was a new meter being put on in my, yeah, and the young man out there that was repairing or putting the new meter in was fairly new, I believe. He seemed to be a little bit nervous. So of course, I'm glad I called Daryl. He got out there and took care of it. But I wasn't notified. I know I'm just the one house, they were replacing that. But I think maybe we need to consider letting people know if it's going to affect our utilities, if something's being done. And thank you again, Daryl, for your help.
We have struggled with that over the years. There's a lot of people that work second and third shifts. And if we knock on their door and say, hey, we're changing the meter out, they get upset because they were asleep. So it's kind of, it cuts both ways. But we will look and see if we can maybe do something. I do know that I think over the last couple of years, Courtney can correct me, but I believe we have collected quite a bit of customer information as far as phone numbers and texting, so we might be able to relook at that. But before everybody got so smart, it was definitely a double-edged sword then, so we'll look at it again. Okay? So you scared him, is that what you're saying?
Hey, Daryl, as you were saying, you can text and things like that. Is there a possibility that 24 hours, if we know ahead of time, and you guys know ahead of time which meters you're gonna change and thing, if you had a 24-hour notice or send out a text
Yes,
or
we will
a call, so that person would look at his phone and say, oh, our meter's gonna be changed next. I like
Yes,
that
we can-
idea, what
we
you're
can
saying.
go look at that again. Usually if we're doing whole neighborhoods
Yeah.
instead of just individuals, we had some signs that we would put out that kind of looked like a realtor sign that says meters will be changed out next week on this section. So people would see that and they drove home, they would see the
Yeah,
sign.
yeah, exactly.
But we can look at the individual stuff
Yeah,
again.
I like that, yeah.
Okay?
And he was so polite. I mean, he expressed
Okay.
Didn't yell at him, did you, Mary? You get a little out of hand sometimes. Just kidding.
When you speak.
I'm sorry. Thought my voice was loud enough. Anyhow, I just want to thank you.
Yeah, okay.
Something to bring up.
Thank you, Councilwoman Reclus. Councilman Washington?
Thank you. Yes, just a couple of things. I noticed that the road from William Woods to Westminster, some of the potholes has been filled, and I appreciate that. And but I think a little more attention to on that road. I heard that there's probably in the plans in the summertime to try to improve some of those things. Just an update on Crestwood about our future, some future change about sidewalks and stuff. So people just want to know. And I mentioned to them, it's probably sometime maybe in the fall or something that we might be looking at that too. So some more information on that so I can pass that on. Appreciate that.
Thank you, Councilman Washington. And last but not least, Councilman Combs.
Yes, I have no concerns tonight. The Planning and Zoning Commission did meet, and we do have one ordinance coming before us later tonight. And then there'll be another recommendation coming, a future council meeting about accessory buildings. So we'll get to talk about those again. So,
All right.
that's it.
Thank you, Councilman Combs. We'll be moving on to resolutions now. Councilman Washington, would you please read Resolution 3509, please?
Yes, I will. Resolution 3509, NGDIS, DISM grant application. A resolution authorizing the mayor on the behalf of the city of Fulton, Missouri to sign all necessary documents relating to the natural gas distribution infrastructure, safety, and modernization. The NGDISM grant for the natural gas system safety and infrastructure improvement within the city of Fulton and establish an effective date. I make a motion that resolutions 3509 be passed at tonight's council meeting.
Second?
We have a second, or a motion and a second for Resolution 3509. Is there any discussion? All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All approved, nay. Resolution 3509 has been approved. The ordinances. Councilman Coward, could I ask you to read that one, please?
Bill 1784, Code Amend Marijuana Facilities. An ordinance amending Chapter 22 of the Code of Ordinances of the City of Fulton, Missouri by repealing Article 8 and enacting a new Article 8, marijuana facilities, to regulate marijuana facilities consistent with Article whatever, of the Missouri Constitution, and established an effective date. And I make a motion that be approved.
For the next meeting. Yes. And we have a second?
Second.
All in favor? Or do we have any discussion on that?
So I would just clarify your motion, Councilman Cowherd is second reading at the next meeting. Is that correct? Is that what I heard?
Correct.
Okay, wonderful. I just want to provide a couple quick clarifications. So the city code already currently addresses medical marijuana. This code amendment was written by City Councilor Tom Riley to address recreational marijuana as well. So this does conform with that state statute, which stemmed from the most recent constitutional amendment in, I believe, late 2022 or early 2023. So again, if there are any questions, we're happy to answer those, but this is the state of Missouri's language to bring us into compliance.
Thank you, Madam DOA. Any other comments or concerns? All in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. Okay. 5 ayes and 1 nay. So the bill has passed. I'm sorry. Has passed on to the next meeting. Okay. Madam Clerk, would you please start off by reading the emergency ordinance bill 1785, please?
Yes, Mr. Mayor. Boundary adjustment plat approval, Club Car Wash. An emergency ordinance approving a boundary adjustment plat for property located at 208 and 216 St. Louis Avenue in the city of Fulton, Missouri, related to the Club Car Wash development, approving adjustments to property boundaries and establishing an effective date. Now therefore be it ordained by the Council of the City of Fulton, Missouri as follows. Section 1. That the boundary adjustment plat for property located at 208 and 216 St. Louis Avenue, attached hereto as Exhibit A, is hereby approved subject to all applicable city requirements and regulations. A copy of the boundary adjustment plat identified as Exhibit A is on file in the office of the city clerk and incorporated herein by reference. Section 2, that this ordinance is an emergency ordinance with a meeting of Article 3, Section 3.10F of the Fulton City Charter due to legal matters and clarification associated with the subject property and the need to allow for timely action related to the development and use of the property. To ensure timely action on this matter, all 3 readings of this ordinance must be completed at one meeting. Section 3, that all ordinances or parts of ordinances in conflict with this ordinance are hereby repealed, and Section 4, that this ordinance shall be in full force and effect after its passage by the council and approval by the mayor.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. And do we have a second for that?
Yeah, I'll make the motion to
Oh,
place
yeah.
bill number 1785 for second reading by title only at this meeting.
And do we have a second? Okay, we have a motion and a second for bill number 1785, emergency ordinance. We'll go into discussion now. Mr. Dunlap, would you please explain the changes on that? They're very minor.
Okay, we got the drawings up here. It's basically
The bill is presented to the city council.
I have a question. Does that plot or lot go all the way back to the street behind it? Because I can't see it very well. Okay. Okay. Okay, thank you. Mhm.
The only other thing I would point out is typically, the city doesn't have any involvement. So say you own your property and you buy one next door to you and you decide you want to merge those together, you can actually do that through the county courthouse right now. Because of the nature of this one and because they're trying to build something that will exist on 2 different properties per their current map, that's why you guys are getting this tonight. Just a little
Planning
clarification.
and zoning also reviewed it, and they made the recommendation that council put it forward.
All right, thank you, Mr. Dunlap. Any other comments or concerns? Okay, all in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. Okay, the first passage has been put through. Councilman Combs, would you please read Bill 1785, emergency ordinance for a second time, please? By title only.
So that's bill 1785, emergency ordinance, boundary adjustment plat, Club Car Wash. An emergency ordinance approving the boundary adjustment plat for property located at 208 and 216 St. Louis Avenue in the city of Fulton, Missouri, related to the Club Car Wash development, approving adjustments to property boundaries and establishing an effective date. I make a motion to move bill number 1785 to third reading by title only at this council meeting.
We have a motion and a second to approve Bill 1785, emergency ordinance, to move it to the third reading of this meeting. Is there any discussion? All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. Okay, that has passed to the third reading. Councilman Combs, would you read that for the third time, please?
Yes. Bill 1785, Emergency Ordinance, Boundary Adjustment Plat, Club Car Wash. An emergency ordinance approving a boundary adjustment plat for property located at 208 and 216 St. Louis Avenue in the city of Fulton, Missouri, related to the Club Car Wash development, approving adjustments to property boundaries and establishing an effective date. I make a motion to place bill number 1785 for final passage at this meeting.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Please signify by saying that you approve, by saying aye. All opposed, nay. Okay, Madam Clerk, would you please do a roll on that, please?
Mr. Hinchey.
Yes?
Oh, I'm so sorry. We'll go with Mr. Cowherd first. I'm so sorry.
Yes.
Ms. Hanson, Mr. Hinchey,
Yes.
Ms. Railton. Yes. Ms. Reclue,
Yes,
Mr. Washington. Yes. Mr. West, Mr. Combs.
Yes.
6 council members affirmative.
Okay, that bill has passed. We'll now move on to the announcements. Next city council meeting is scheduled for Tuesday, June 9th at 6:30 PM. City Hall Legends Recplex and Solid Waste Department will close Friday, June 19th for Juneteenth holiday.
I do have a couple other quick things. We have some dates. Thank you to ADOA Schultz back there coming in clutch with the MML conference dates. That is September 13th through the 16th for all of our council members who are wishing to attend. And Kathy, I believe they have to give final reservations by next week. Is that correct? End of this week. Okay, so if you have not gotten with Marissa, Deputy City Clerk, please do so before the end of this week and let her know if you plan on attending. And then the other thing I wanted to point out was last week was Public Works Week. It's always Public Safety Week in what we do. But I just want to give a quick shout out to all of our members of our Public Works departments. That's utilities, engineering, everybody that keeps this place moving and shaking. So without these individuals, our city would not only not succeed, but we would be a hot mess. So just a quick shout out to everybody that keeps everything moving forward. We're always really proud of the work that you do and very thankful for you. So, yeah.
Give them all a hand. All
And
right,
with that, we do not have an executive session tonight.
all right. So do I have a motion to close this meeting? And a second? And a second. We have a motion and a second to close this meeting. All in favor, please signify by saying aye. All opposed, nay. The meeting is closed.